to another practice where we're going to kind of take it easy on the wrists. We're going to be doing a standing flow that works on balance and hamstring opening, but we're not going to do any chaturanga or down dog in between. So this is a good practice if your wrists or your shoulders are bothering you at all. We'll start out standing at the top of the mat in mountain pose, opening up the palms of the hands, spreading the fingers, just getting your posture and feeling grounded. Inhale, opening the arms out and up, stretching yourself straight up to the sky or adding a little bit of a back bend. Drawing the hands down the center line, past the forehead into the heart. Releasing down as the arms come up this time, we're going to lift the right knee into Stork. Getting your balance, reaching your right leg back into a lunge. Finding your posture in the lunge, inhaling to create space in the front of the body. We'll shift our weight forward, draw the right leg back up into Stork. Place the right foot onto the mat, draw the hands into the heart. We'll repeat that on the left side. Arms come up, left knee comes up, Stork pose. Reach your left toes back, settle into a lunge. It's a little bit of a balance transition there. Shifting your weight forward, transitioning up into Stork, lifting your knee, placing the left foot down, letting the hands come down to the heart. Inhale, arms rise, back bending. Exhale, forward bend. Let the head drop down. You can sway your upper body from side to side. That's going to loosen your lower back. Take an inhale halfway up. Activate the muscles in the back. The arms come out into a T position so that the upper back muscles are really active. Release the arms down. Release your head down. Press into the feet. Take a big inhale to rise up into mountain. Draw that into a back bend. Let the hands slide down the center line to the heart. Come on to the right side. Arms come up, right knee comes up, Stork pose. Same transition. Reach the leg back slowly. The toes land on the mat. Find that proud crescent lunge. Shift your weight forward, and this time we're going to come into a warrior 3, holding that balance on your left leg, making the rest of the body very square and sturdy. The arm position is completely up to you. You can keep the arms out to the sides in a T. The arms can come up to the ears, or you can keep them back by the hips. Release yourself back into your lunge again. Shifting forward, draw the knee up into Stork. Hands come down, right foot comes down. From mountain pose, inhale the arms and the left knee. Stretching your left leg back. Getting a good reach through the leg before you drop the toes to the mat. Inhale, the arms come up into your crescent lunge. Shift the weight onto your front foot. We transition slowly up into warrior 3. Feeling the work on the standing leg. And you can play around with your arm position. Back by the hips is going to be the safest position for your lower back. Out to the sides is a good way to activate your upper back muscles. Your arms up by the ears is going to be the most challenging variation. Drop your foot back, return to that crescent lunge. The next time that you inhale, transition back up to the top of the mat. Lift your knee, lift your arms. Let your left foot settle. The hands come to the heart. Inhale, arms wide, reaching up to the sky. Opening the heart. Exhale, dive into forward bend. Let's take the left leg and step that back. From that long stance, you come into pyramid pose, letting your upper body fold down over your right leg. And you can see I've taken an inhale to just slightly lift and straighten my spine, making little adjustments, bending the knee, straightening it. Shift your weight forward, step the left foot up. We'll go over to the other side. Right leg steps back. Finding pyramid pose. You can see the triangle shape that's formed by my legs. In this deep version, the back is a little bit rounded, and then starting to play around with lifting the spine, straightening it, bending and straightening the knee, working into the perfect variation for you. We'll shift our weight forward, step the right foot up, let your head and your arms drop down. Inhale halfway up, find your arm variation, go out to the sides into a T, squeeze the shoulder blades back. And then interlace your fingers, come into Yoga Mudra, let your head drop down. The arms become heavy. Keeping Yoga Mudra, start to bend your knees, press into the feet, roll that up into a back bend. Lifting your gaze up to the sky. Release the arms, let them rise up. Exhale, the palms slide down to the heart. Inhale, the arms rise. Exhale, sit yourself down into chair. Bending the hips and the knees, but keeping the integrity through the center of the body. Your right knee rises up as you straighten. Come back through that stork pose. Then take your right ankle, cross it onto your left knee. This is a challenging balance pose. It's called awkward chair. So you might want to have something next to you that you can hold on to if you feel unsteady. Inhale, straighten to rise. Lift the right knee. The right foot draws back. Find yourself in a crescent lunge. Shift your weight forward into Warrior 3. Find your version of this balance. Watching the breath, making sure that it doesn't stop. Drop yourself back into your crescent lunge. And shifting forward, transition up to the top of the mat, floating the knee up. Back into your awkward chair. The right ankle crosses onto the left knee. Sitting the weight into the hips to deepen. Inhale, rise up. Place your right foot down. And let your hips and your knees bend down into chair. Pressing evenly into both legs, stretch up into your back bend. Draw the hands past the forehead and into the heart. We go over to the other side. Take your inhale to rise. Exhale, sit into chair. Rising up straight, lifting your left knee. From that stork pose, start to bend into chair. Your left ankle crosses onto your right knee. We come into our balancing version of chair, or awkward chair. And you can see I changed my arm position for this one. I have my arms just straight out in front to help with the balance. Rise up, lift the left knee high, stretch your left leg back, drop the toes onto the mat. The arms come up into crescent lunge. Shifting your weight forward, getting your balance on the right leg, come into any version of Warrior 3. Using any different arm variations that you like in your warrior. We'll drop the left leg back, return to your crescent lunge. Shifting your weight forward, standing on the right leg, lift the left knee, lift the arms. Return to your awkward chair. The left ankle crosses onto the right thigh. The arms can stay up at the ears, or you can reach straight out in front. Lifting up into stork. Dropping the left foot down. Come back into your chair pose. Press evenly into both feet to rise up. Opening the heart to the sky, palms joined together, pause at the heart center. Let the arms drop to the sides. Inhale to rise up. Exhale down into forward bend. We'll start with the left leg this time, stepping back into pyramid pose. Rising up, bringing the hands behind the back, clasp the fingers into yoga mudra. Open up through the heart to create this slight back bend. Inhale the arms up. Use your exhale to fold back down over the legs. We're going to come about halfway into it and pause. Just like you did in Warrior 3, you can draw the arms back to the hips and then drop all the way down into it. It's just playing with the shape of your back, activating the muscles that support the spine to create a straight line. Now we'll step the left foot up into your forward bend. Let your head drop. Coming over to the other side, step your right leg back. We end up in that pyramid stance. The back heel is grounded. It's much like a warrior stance with the feet, like Warrior 1. The knees are straight. We rise up into standing. Arms come behind the back for yoga mudra. You create this beautiful back bend. As the knuckles drop to the floor, the heart opens. Rising up, sweeping your arms up. Use your exhale to come halfway down, flat back, sweep the arms out to the sides. Sweep the arms back to the hips. Release all the way down, drop the arms, let the spine roll down. Just watching how the back changes shape. We'll step our weight up to the front of the mat, joining the feet, letting your head bow into your forward bend. Inhale, rising up halfway, take the arms into a T. Sweep the arms back to the sides of the hips, dropping back down into forward bend. Bend the knees, press the feet into the earth to rise up. Rolling up into the heart, open the arms back. Join the palms, return to the heart center. Always coming back to the heart space. Inhale to open, rising up. Exhale, sit into chair. Inhale, rising up, drawing the right knee into Stork. Open your toes. Cross your right ankle onto your left knee. Carefully sit yourself down into awkward chair. Just being careful of your knee. There's no discomfort in the knee as you do this. Inhale, rise up into Stork. Reach your right leg back into Warrior 3. You're just pivoting on your hip. Rise up into Stork. Pivot back into Warrior 3. Stretch your leg out. Lifting up through your heel. Inhale, rise up into Stork. Again, pivot back into Warrior 3. Inhale, lifting the knee, lifting the arms, Stork pose. Let your right foot drop down, and as you exhale, come into chair. Both legs this time. Inhale the right leg up. Step it back into crescent lunge. Straighten through the legs, reach up to the sky, sweep the arms back, bring your back into that flat position as you fold forward, changing your arm position as you like. Inhale, rise up with straight legs. As you exhale, shift your weight forward. Come to the top of the mat into Stork, lifting the right knee high. Drop the right foot down, drop into the heart. Inhale right into chair, floating the arms up. Exhale down into the hips. Rise up with the left knee, changing to the other side. Cross your left ankle to come into awkward chair. Drop your weight into that pose slowly. It's tricky. As you rise up, the left knee comes up. Stretching your left leg back, pivoting on your hip to come into warrior three. We're going to move back and forth a few times for a nice balance challenge. Lifting into stork, stretching the body up to the sky. Opening into warrior three, making yourself level with the horizon. Rising up into stork. Flattening the body out, coming into warrior three. Rising back up into stork, this time letting your foot drop down. Exhaling the hips to drop into chair. Pressing both feet into the earth to rise up. The left knee follows you up. This time the left leg steps back into crescent lunge. Lifting up with the fingertips, use that to straighten your front knee. The arms sweep back as you lower yourself toward a forward bend. Just coming halfway down to start. Feeling the shape of your back. Moving the arms anywhere that feels good. Rising up over straight legs. Bending your knee, shift your weight onto your front foot. Lift the left knee into stork. Your left foot returns to the mat as you drop down into chair. Bring the hands into the heart. Press up through the legs, rise up to the sky. Open the front of the body. Exhale down past the third eye. Settling into the heart. Drop the arms down to your sides. Take a few breaths there, grounding your awareness into your feet, feeling that connection to the earth.